Hello and welcome back to another one of Paul's beer reviews. I hope you're all doing well. I have got another Christmas beer to review for you, and this one I'm really excited about. It's a beer that is released every year by this brewery. I've never quite been able to get hold of it, and then some became available this week here in the UK. They went like that, but I just managed to grab a couple of bottles before they disappeared. It's from Anchor Brewery in San Francisco, California, and it is their Merry Christmas, Happy New Year 2022 edition. Every year they change the recipe and they also change the tree on the front. And like I say, every time I've found a seller or an importer who gets them in, they go like that. And I've never quite been able to get my hands on it, so I'm chuffed that I managed to get a couple of bottles this year. So yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year 2022, Anchor Brewing Co., San Francisco, California. It has got some spiel, and it's one of those annoying ones where it kind of scrolls across the top of the bottle. So I'm going to try and read it. So it says, this is the 48th from the brewers at Anchor. This ale, made with natural flavours, features a new recipe and tree every year, but the intent with which we offer it is the same. Joy and celebration of the newness of life. Trees symbolise the winter solstice, when the earth with its seasons appears born anew. Mary Ellen Pleasant planted blue gum trees in front of her San Francisco home in the 1800s. The home is long gone, but her landmark trees remain, a living tribute to the mother of civil rights in California. That's quite nice. So this is a blue gum tree, as found in San Francisco, California, planted by Mary Ellen Pleasant. That's very nice. So yes, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. This beer is coming in at 7.2% ABV. They change the recipe every year, so I really have no idea what to expect from this one. But I like the labelling. It's classic, that never changes. The colour scheme is always the same, just a slightly different tree every year. There is the bottle cap for quite a generic design on it now. Unfortunately, Anchor had a rebrand a couple of years ago, which was a shame because there was something about Anchor beers, the Liberty Ale and all that, always had that classic look to their artwork. But they've done what a lot of other breweries have done recently, modernised themselves, made them look generic, so they don't pop off a shelf quite as well anymore. But never mind. But this still looks lovely. So let's get this beer out of its bottle, into a glass, and see what it's all about this Christmas. So, lovely bit of smoke on the opening, quite a lovely one. So it's a dark ale, lovely ruby, dark brown, coppery colour look to it. Give it a bit of a shake. So there she is in the glass. Again, it's a ruby red, dark red beer. It looks darker from where you guys are seeing it, because I've got the light on me, I can see the red bleeding through that. That's holding on to a one finger, slightly tan head, tight compact head. What's it saying? Way of ingredients, not a lot. Brewed and bottled by Anchor Brewing Co., Mariposa Street, San Francisco, California. Imported from the USA by James Clay of Brickhouse. Brickhouse in the UK, sort of Huddersfield way. Christmas ale, ingredients: water, malted barley, malted wheat, oats, hops, spices, raspberry juice and cranberry juice. So it's going to be a bit of a fruity affair. Let's get this now in, see what the aroma's telling us. Ooh. It's certainly fruit. Certainly dark fruit. I'm getting a touch of cranberry sweetness. Not really getting the raspberry yet. Certainly cranberry. And there is, it's like a clove. Certainly a touch of spice. Cranberry, cloves. It's not a massive aroma. I expected more of an aroma. Let's hope the flavour backs up a little bit more. Let's get stuck in. Cheers. Oh. Oh, that's lovely. That is lovely. That's another really, really good, fruity, spicy, festive beer. Oh, wow. I It's ticking all the boxes. It's doing what I think a Christmas beer should do. It is fruity. There is a slight dryness, a slight kind of roasty, dark malt character to it. It's like a winter warmer, say, with Christmas spice added to it. Excuse me. It's quite a considerable bit of body to this. There is oats and wheat in the malt bill to this one. I feel like that raspberries are starting to come through a little bit more now, certainly on the aroma. There's like a licorice flavour to it. I'm not always a fan of licorice, but there's a beautiful balance to this beer. There's a dryness, there's a slight roastiness to it. There's like a Christmas cake flavour coming through. Dark fruit, fruity, really fruity now actually. I feel like that cranberry is more prominent on the flavour than the raspberry, but I feel like the raspberry now is just coming through more on the smell rather than the taste. But there's licorice, there's dark fruit, considerable body. It tastes like a cask ale from a bottle. It's got that cask feel to it. Oh, it's complex as hell. It's really, I'm struggling with it. All I know is I bloody like it. It's a boozy ale. It's got barley wine characteristics to it. There's a sweetness of dark fruit. There's a dryness. There's a bitterness from the malt. There's stout elements to it. I mean, it's a dark beer. There's certainly a licorice. There's a licorice taste that I'm getting. Cinnamon. Oh God, yeah, cinnamon. Now I've said it, it's unmistakable. Cinnamon, cranberries, touch of ginger, plums, figgy. The bitterness at the back end is reminiscent of a black coffee. Oh, it's there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, but it's wonderful. That tastes, for me, more than it's 7%. A 7% beer, but if someone was to say to me that was like a 10, 11%, I'd believe them. It tastes boozy. That sort of combination of the fruit, particularly the cranberry and the spices, are really giving it like a barley wine or like a barrel-aged stout kind of feel. Excuse me. And it drinks stronger than it's 7% for me. But despite that, it's very drinkable. It's very balanced. It's warming. It's a lovely Christmas beer. That body is remarkable. It's like silk. It's honestly, it drinks like a cask ale. It drinks like a cask ale from a bottle. Smooth as you like. Smooth as silk. There's that fruit. There's that spice. Cinnamon. Cranberries. Touch of dark chocolate. Black coffee. And then it all kind of comes together at the end. Spices. Roastiness. There's that wine, that dark fruit, that cranberry in particular is really adding a sweetness, which is kind of making me reminisce on good barley wines. It's cracking. It's a cracking beer. Like I say, there's a more of a ruby red colour to it than you're getting on the camera. It's a cracking beer. I'm going to enjoy the rest of that slowly, but this is lovely. So Anchor with their Merry Christmas, Happy New Year 2022. That is stunning. That is absolutely stunning. I'm glad that I finally got one. Good things come to those who wait, as they say. It's a lovely beer. I'm going to give it a solid 10 out of 10. It's everything I want from a Christmas beer. That is wonderful. I hope you've enjoyed this review. I've certainly enjoyed doing it. Give it a thumbs up if you have. I do appreciate that. Until my next one, you take care.